God in Jesus Christ's name, and y'all tell to all my people and God in Jesus since the beginning of time for eternity. God in Jesus Christ's name, Amen. So I'm gonna be telling you guys a story, a little story that it's a little nice story. It was about this girl. She said that it was these people, it was these Cherokees. She went up to the Cherokee Nation, and when she went to the Cherokee Nation, they were having a ceremony, and when they were having a ceremony, they were having a ceremony inside of a teepee, and she said it was all Cherokee and maybe even some other tribes that were close to the Cherokee and that knew about the Cherokee. And even when they were in the teepee, they had a little girl outside laying in the pallet, like in the sun a little bit, and she was all comfortable and feeling good, and they said the eagle landed on top of her in the top of her blanket, but the eagle picked her up a little bit, not even like maybe even an inch off the ground. As soon as he picked her up, he dropped her and he just sat on top of her and looked at her. And this eagle name was Sika, and the eagle was all black. And the eagle used to come back to her at different points at a time in her life, and and eagles do live for about 40 to 80 years when they're free, and they do live about to 40 to 80 years, or maybe even more. Only like God and Jesus Christ maybe knows, and maybe even our elders. So when I even say that, yeah, he was supposed to be a real bird, and even the good thing about it was like eagles are so strong animals. Like they're the only bird that's able to fly up to. This was a part of the story too, that they were able, the only bird that will be able to fly up to the North Star and be able to fly back down or towards the North Star. And the best thing, what people don't know is the North Star is actually the star that the slaves followed, and I think it might even be one of the stars that Jesus Christ's parents followed when they did get the message from God that they were going to be having Jesus Christ when Jesus Christ's mom and dad, I think, yeah, Mary and Abraham, his two parents, there when they did hear that they were having their son, they were told that they had to leave where he was going to be born at, and they had to flee that kingdom, or wherever that king was at, and run to another kingdom, because that king was going to be he's going to want to kill Jesus for a lot of reasons. And he wanted to kill Jesus Christ for a lot of reasons, so they had to leave because he killed off every baby in that city, because he wanted to make sure he had the baby for Jesus Christ, because people had knowledge and wisdom. So many times people will switch their baby and hide their baby just so their baby could survive. So Jesus Christ had to get out that city, or that was a dangerous situation for Jesus Christ, and also God's plan. So they got out the city, but I think they followed the North Star. The North Star is even in the Bible, and just like I said, the North Star, the slaves even followed that, because people were supposed to be free in California, and that's how slaves got to California. They followed the North Star, and the North Star is actually a good thing. And if you ever want to know your way, the North, and this is the West, and this is the South, and this is the East, and just like that, even when the eagles fall flying down from that from when he wants to fly all the way up to the north, to all the way up to Canada, Alaska, Eskimo, and even higher or more. When he does that, he's actually going into colder weather, but towards the star, and all that stuff that's falling off the stars and the dust and snow, it actually falls off the eagle wings, and we actually know this is true because eagles actually do live in Alaska and Eskimo and Canada and North America and Central America, and even when they do go to the snow, they actually do play in the snow, and they actually like to make the snow little the pieces fall off his fur, and even even from the light from the star, that those are supposed to be lights from the star, because it's coming out the sky, but it's all stuff coming from the sky, because just like in Eskimo, Alaska, Canada, even sometimes in North America, Central America, the clouds may change colors, or even in Canada, Alaska, North America, Central America, when you learn about people up there, the sky even changes colors, and sometimes you can even see different colors, and you can even see stuff inside the clouds, and it's a real thing, because it happens in Alaska and Eskimo, and even Canada, North America, Central America sometimes. But you can see these things, and everybody do know the eagle is, I think it is the highest bird that can go the highest in the sky, and a lot of times you can't see it, or even the size, because how far it is, and sometimes and it is higher than the plane. They do go higher than planes, and even yeah. So remember how plane goes, and also satellites, how far satellites go, and things in space. They can go higher than things. Because once again, I said they can go higher than planes, drones, and not just drones, but satellites. So what I'm saying is that eagle, he did. I mean, so that stuff is real. When the eagles do play with the stuff and let it fall off their wings, they actually enjoy doing that, because they enjoy having their freedom and being able to do it. And they even do it with their families sometimes. And eagles do have families. That just like I seen eagles, more than 800 eagles, and red tail hawks in one area, and I even seen some eagles one time. It was more than 80 of them in the area one time too when I seen them. So yeah, sometimes people think they actually live alone. They actually do. They do meet up. So yeah, that's what I wanted to tell you guys, that story about the bird Sika about how he comes back sometimes, but even if you pay attention to the story, like if you have knowledge and wisdom, you reach for that. And if you read stories, the best stories to read is Proverbs, Genesis, Revelations, and when you read those stories, you find it in Proverbs too. Knowledge and wisdom. But if you have knowledge and wisdom, when I said the bird was flying up that high, I was talking about the blackbirds, the birds Sika, and they do have even rings and different kind of crystals I fell out the sky. And I even know even Navajos and different tribes, even Alaskans, Eskimos, Canada, North Americans, and Central Americans know so much about different kind of crystals and even different kind of rocks to gold and silver, because that's our stuff. That's just like some people might say words like the Shelly or Cannon Shelly, or like even shells, or even it's beads, or some kind of turquoise, or some kind of copper in there, or some kind of lead in there, and lead, gold, silver, uranium, gold, silver, and they keep on going on to these things. But that's all a part of the earth, and these are all things in the earth. So what I'm saying is, when even God and Jesus Christ give me knowledge and wisdom, so much knowledge and wisdom to understand these things, even though these are Navajo words, and I understand what it means. It's a canyon. It's Canyon D. Shirley, and like it even can mean a rock, because the quote even say just like I think I think Native Americans might have spoke different language before people, because people might have came before that. But I have knowledge and wisdom. I think they even spoke different languages, and people might didn't know. But what I'm saying is, yeah, like Canyon DeShelly, that's a canyon. That's a canyon in DeShelly. Like that's a canyon with maybe even shells in it, because it's water that run through there. And some Native American people don't know. Even the Eskimo, Canada, Alaska, North America, Central America did use things like seashells, or even live close to rivers, oceans, and seas, or even like even the creek, the Cherokee, the Choctaws, different kind of creeks, even to the Seminoles, and they even have different names, and they go by different names. And like the Semin, like maybe I'm because they have different accents, like the Seminoles. Some people talk with a southern or a northern or a western or eastern accent. So there's all kinds, and it's all one circle, and we all represent the earth, and we want to keep on going to God in Jesus Christ's name, and trying to take care of everything since the beginning of time for eternity, in God in Jesus Christ's name, amen. And yeah, that's everything.